This one, I think, Dane, you have less to be worried about.
It looks cool as hell.
It looks very cool. So this can be done. And what's funny about this is Netflix is breaking their reputation of being awful in certain places, not in all places. So it says this is Tekken Bloodline trailer really teases a generational battle of good and evil. And what was beautiful about this trailer is it's so it is American, but it's just such a simple story that they're telling, and it's just so devoid of any type of agenda. It's just a cool story. It's just a cool sounding story. I did think this is like a nitpick. I wasn't a huge fan of like the sound design of the trailer, like the way the music and the sound effects were mixed just felt hollow or a bit muffled to me. I don't know if it makes perfect sense. Like the elements didn't seem right to me, the way they were mixed together.
I didn't think
that's me being super like weird, like because I'm deaf in one ear and like when I listen to stuff, I have to like go like this. So I tend to be very like I have to mono out my headphones. So aspects of it didn't sound right to me, but that could just be I could have missed something, but it just didn't quite. I felt like the imagery on screen far exceeded the sound design in the trailer. So it says, here comes a new challenger. Netflix has announced a brand new anime series coming to the streaming service based on the popular 3D fighting game Tekken, which our friend Dane has strong opinions on.
Tekken rules.
Tekken is so cool. I downloaded like the mobile game version.
And Dane again, he's like, ugh.
I mean,
it's like really good. Basically, it was like 7 different generations that you can get in a gacha.
I feel like it's like Dane's like, I had a great steak for dinner last night. And America's like, I had a hamburger from McDonald's. It was fantastic. He's like, it's not the same thing.
I mean,
for lunch, I did have a steak.
There you go. Okay.
I don't know if like mobile games are at McDonald's level, because McDonald's has like a, you know,
leave my chicken
it has
McNuggets
a standard.
alone.
It's accepted in like a lot of countries, you know.
Leave my chicken McNuggets alone.
I will.
We should. Well, I can't, but we could go to Spain and drink alcohol at McDonald's like you can out there. You can
Yeah,
have beer.
you can order like a piece of Parmesan cheese from Italy in their McDonald's.
Incredible.
It's like the greatest thing. And then McDonald's in Japan, you can order them with chocolate.
Beautiful thing. Now I want some. So the announcement came from a first look trailer that gave fans a taste of what to expect in the upcoming adaptation. Tekken Bloodline is scheduled to release in 2022. The new trailer shows off the stylized 3D animation as it focused on the fan favorite character. Did you like the animation? Is this the style of animation that you guys are a fan of?
It doesn't bother me. If you guys know, like, Netflix had a weird thing where they try to do 3D animation with their animes.
Yeah.
Like Beastars, and then is it Agent, or I don't know how to pronounce it anymore.
I have two examples pulled up of why there's a we'll talk about it in a minute, but why there's a hope for something like this. Did you play Tekken, or is this just okay, so it's one
Dane
of the
is like my fighter game.
I was like, I don't know if you play at the same level you play Street Fighter, but you play so does it feel like they're adapting the story accurately or taking the right elements from the story? It's kind of hard with a fighting game, right?
A little. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I'm not as into Tekken as the other Street Fighters. I do know like from the Mishimas, like it's like a pretty big story, like the relationship between like father's son and like grandson.
That's a huge part of this. What I gained from the gleaned from the trailer.
So I guess they're like maybe like they're gonna fill in some holes.
Yeah, and plus fighting games have generally less lore off the bat, right?
I mean, Tekken has
it grows over
Mm-hmm.
time.
Yeah, it's have 7 games, and like it's pretty much like for the first Tekken to the 7th one, which I believe is the last, has been like the Mishima family, like they're like the protagonist, and I feel like the 7th one is like the climax of like that story arc, and what comes after will be like after like the Mishimas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like this is like tying all the loose ends on that.
Okay, so
I'm just so excited for it.
It looks really beautiful, and I mean they showed my 3 favorite characters, so I'm excited.
Who's your 3 favorite?
My 3 favorite are like Heihachi, which is like the grandfather, Jin, which is the grandson, and I like Paul, which is like a goofball character. Yeah. He was like in the trailer.
I don't know any of their names because I didn't really pay attention. I'm sorry.
Jin is like the teenage guy. Heihachi is like the older guy that was beating the hell out of him, and Paul was the guy with the red shirt that was like, ooh.
Yeah. So it says Tekken debuted in '94 and is still one of the most popular fighting games in the world, with its mostly
super good.
Yeah, with its most recent mainline entry being 2015's Tekken 7. The series most revolves around the inner family conflict of the Mishima family, as they and other fighters compete in various King of the Iron Fist tournaments across the series, all hosted by Mishima how do you pronounce that?
Mishima Saibatsu.
Zaibatsu, that's okay. The corporation run by the family. Okay, so there is lore. I didn't mean like less lore, but I was thinking when I think of games like Ghost of Tsushima or Elden Ring or Halo, I think of deep
They're more
lore.
story focused.
I feel deep. I think of deep lore, and when I think of games like this, which like I said, I'm not a fighting game person. I don't think of lore in the same way. So, but clearly there's enough material there.
Often to get to a lore, you have to like beat the story modes and like the arcade modes, and like some people like never get to the end.
Okay.
Too,
So that's, I mean, it also feels like maybe if you're somebody who wants to put your own stamp on it, there's more leeway in something like this just by doing it through the fighting scenes.
Yeah, dude, like the animated movies are like the only way to do a good adaptation from a video game, it seems.
Seems like seems to be generally what's come true. And I actually have
especially with subtitles, because Japanese voice actors take it seriously.
They do. It's like there's so much dedication. Like if you watch behind the scenes of certain anime series that you love, they like when they're munching on something, they're actually like grabbing something. Like for example, I have a water bottle. They'll actually like mimic the sound of like gulping it down, and they'll put it down to their throat so you can actually hear it. It's like so dedicated to every single detail.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you can't even tell that popular voice actors, they're so talented, you can't tell they're doing different characters in multiple series.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like really good. I love the whole thing. You should, if you guys actually do want to watch like a little parody of like what voice actors have to do behind the scenes in Japan, watch Teen Pop. That's the best like anime for like parodies. And they did one scene with like voice actors where he's like, "Are you serious? I hate this script." And like they're right next to each other, like the girl and the guy, and they're actually like voice acting everything, and they're like, "I can't take this anymore."
One of the best.
It's like Hugh Jackman level where he's like running and grunting. It's the same thing.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. Two examples of why this could turn out well is that there is examples of Netflix doing this stuff fairly well, which is Castlevania. Castlevania is very highly regarded. If you look at that tomato meter, 94%, 88% audience score. That's very, very good. But this one surprised me even more, and I think there might be tomfoolery involved here. Arcane. 100%. 96% audience score.
I don't know what Arcane is.
It's basically
League of Legends, right?
League of Legends. What if? Well, never mind.
My girl plays League of Legends, and she should be embarrassed of herself.
But I'm saying this is a show that was very popular when it came out.
You don't.
All the League of Legends players, write me in the comments, please.
And you're about to get some, I'm sure.
My high school used to have a League of Legends club. I never got into it.
God. You're all in an FBI list.
No, I never got into it, but I like the storyline. I never got into the series either. But basically, what I got from it is her sister died. And like she's trying to, like, she lives in the slums and they're trying to survive the best way they can. Their music videos are better than like most of the gameplay, but whatever. That's just my opinion because I like music, and animation music is better than anything. But I don't know. Dane is just hating on your League of Legends play.
Dane's being very spicy today.
Wait, how do you like
your game sucks?
Do you like Overwatch?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Yes, everybody who plays League of Legends like message Dane now.
I have one more thing to cover, and it's less. It's not even really an important story, but
it is very important.
No, I found the name of this article really, really hilarious. So it says Kanye West's girlfriend responds after being referred to as Kim Kardashian lookalike. They couldn't even call her by her name. She's not even Chaney
Jones.
Chaney Jones. She's Kanye's girlfriend is Kim Kardashian lookalike. Like it really is just their world and everyone else is living in it.
Incredible.
I read this article. I'm like, was she being whoever? Like, is Lauren Vanderveen just being a dick on purpose?
Yes.
Like, they might as well put like quotations around girlfriend. Kanye West's girlfriend
just really cement
responds
the
after
booty call nature of all this.
Yes. The latest woman linked with Kanye West addresses the hoopla that she's a Kim Kardashian mini-me. So she's this yes. So it says, if there's one thing overall that Kim Kardashian is known for besides her infamous sex tape, it's probably her appearance, which we'll politely describe as being very hourglass and voluptuous. Yes, she is the most attractive of the Kardashians and the Jenners. Yes, she is. I'm sorry, you guys are all
I don't know. There's a cutie in there.
I'm Kim is my.
Who's your bias, Dane?
I don't know. I think it's a Jenner.
Kendall?
I don't know. I don't know him by name.
I don't know him. Okay,
she's a model. She's like a
Yeah, Kendall.
model.
Oh my God, Dan and I have the same taste. Thank you, because I had
No,
a whole.
we don't. You hate every woman I think is pretty.
I just told you we have the same taste.
Okay, well, we got one.
well, I mean, you're both wrong, but at least you're wrong with conviction.
I mean, Kim's beautiful.
she is. She's evil, and she's an evil genius. And it's a joke I have that
She has a beautiful brain.
I say that she's an evil genius. So I think she's very, very smart at making herself. What I realized about the comment that she made about how like she's like everyone just needs to work harder. I feel like it was her just like kind of lashing out at the fact that she does do a lot of work.
She does work,
but is like parodied as somebody who doesn't have any talent or work at all. So she's probably just frustrated. But that's not important. What is important is that Kanye West's girlfriend can't even get called by her name in an article about herself.
Right now, I'm like Instagram stalking her account.
She is known to, so it says so Kim is known to show off her hourglass figure for thirst traps for the gram. Man, this writer, I feel like this lady has she's like I'm like down with the kids with these with this lingo.
Hello, fellow millennials.
Hello. And lately, people are even starting to see some of her features similarly on Kanye West's new girlfriend, the Kim K lookalike in question, not to be confused with the Kim K lookalike in that Drake video, has in fact shared thoughts on her supposedly close resemblance to the reality star. I want to make note that we are a paragraph in and her name has yet to be said.
I'm just saying her Instagram is so petty. Again, I'm cyber stalking Chinese. Like there's a post that was like maybe a few weeks ago or a month ago, and it says turning my back on anyone who's trying to front me, and it's all butt shots.
Yeah, I saw it. She also did this thing where I love the idea of like how like to be a celebrity you really do have to do that type of stuff, and I imagine there's days where you don't want to post stuff like that and you're just like, ugh, I have to do it. Or is society just that self-obsessed now?
You should post some rum pics on Instagram.
So it says, first thing
I think
first,
they do well.
First things first, her name. I did. First things first, her name is Cheney Jones. So
first things first.
On the second, paragraph 2, that was literally the only reason I chose this article was just how petty it was.
Good job, Lauren.
Yes, it says, and she's been linked to Kanye West since they were seen together in early February. TMZ caught up with the model, reported counselor, while she was exiting an airport. It's like, how do I hire her as my counselor? While she was exiting an airport, I'm looking for some contact information.
Sorry.
All of this is ridiculous.
I am a professional.
Yes. While she was exiting an airport recently and asked if she's what everyone else seems to see. What? And asked if she sees what everyone else seems to see, which includes
words are hard, woman.
A BBL, so Brazilian butt lift. That she's admitted to before. So she admitted to having that procedure, and then it's like, but everything else I have is natural. So
naturally you can get that. If you just work hard enough and work out, it's easy. But for me, I'm naturally born with it, but whatever.
I like how you said if you work for it, it's easy. Those are counterintuitive terms. It's hard, but you can have it, is what you meant to say?
I can't but it's like there's simple workouts. There's 10 easy workouts to do it. You guys can find it under Bloggates. I think that's her name. I think that's.
How about they just go look up workouts online?
I love how Miracle makes stuff up, but like says it like
with complete confidence. I call it out now. I'm just like she said that way too confident.
Incredible.
The stuff she knows about, she doesn't say with the same level of confidence. So if Miracle sounds really sure of herself, you can believe that it's probably a Hail Mary shot in the dark.
She's a press secretary in the making.
Yes, she is.
I am. Biden, you should hire me.
Sure. Just bring back Kaylee, please.
Who's Kaylee?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We know.
How Ye's new girlfriend feels about Kim Kardashian comparisons. First things first, her name is Cheney Jones, and she's linked to Kanye West, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so she doesn't really see it. She says, no, not really.
She doesn't see it.
She does, because only by saying, it says, they asked her, they said, do you see what everybody else sees, that you look kind of like her? And she responds by only saying, no, not really. Denial is probably the best policy in these circumstances, but check out one of Jones's Instagram posts here. She looks quite a bit like Kim.
That's a weird position. I don't understand what she's
she doesn't
doing
look
there.
terribly great in that.
Now, I don't know about
She
you,
looks
but
just like her.
But I'm honestly
it's
seeing the
weird.
similarities, and it's a little scary. The implication being that it's made in connection to Cheney Jones as a lookalike, though, is more that her rapper boyfriend is still not over his ex-wife of 7 years. And it's looking like it's looking for someone similar. So he's trying to fill that void with people that look like her. And when you have Kanye West money and you're Kanye West charismatic, you can have your pick of women, and like he could just go through a calendar of women, and be like, and look up features and find women that look just like his ex, and he can.
And
do
he
that.
succeeded.
And he succeeded, and he'll probably keep succeeding.
Dude, that's the broest move of all
Yep.
time. Like dating exactly your ex.
Yep. He said on topic about the relationship, he says we don't speak about her. I wonder.
Oh.
I wonder if he's ever. Like,
I bet you
if
don't.
he's ever like Kid Cheney. Like I'm sure he does. Like I'm sure he accidentally says like, listen, Kid.
We don't speak about her.
Wait, do you think she's going to legally change her name to, instead of a C, it's a K, so it's easier for Kanye?
But it wouldn't sound any different. It'd be Caney. So I really don't think this article is super important. I was more just calling out the fact that I kind of feel bad for her, this girl, because she's like, I'm not a Kim Kardashian clone, because she's not. She's her own person. She happens to look a lot like her, but they can't even do her the courtesy of calling her by
Sure.
her name in the first paragraph.
Keep on telling yourself that. You have the same surgery, the same makeup style as everybody else. You're just a Kim Kardashian stamp.
She's still her own person.
Are
I'm
you
just
sure?
saying they could have called her by her name at the start of the article and not referred to her as Kim Kardashian's girlfriend. I feel like that's rude.
Are you
It
sure,
is.
sir?
I-
Are you sure, sir?
It's pretty rude.
I think it's kind of rude.
It's pretty rude.
That's just me. I mean, how would you like if like Charlie comes here and I'm like, "Hello, Miracle's boyfriend"? That's weird.
Well, he looks like the cleaner that works here once in a while.
Okay, I don't know what that has to do with anything.
No,
but
like if
rock
we're
on.
talking about like lookalikes, like he does look like the cleaner that comes here once a month, and it like throws me off. But then I have to look at the legs, and I'm like, your legs are too scrawny. That's how I can tell.
I'm just saying they could be more polite to this woman. She seems.
I agree.
I'm sure she's a nice person.
It's Hollywood. Do you think they care?
No, I do not think they care.
Nobody cares.
No, they.
Jake Paul cares
Jake and Jake
about
Paul,
the children.
and Jake Paul cares about your kids. So
Oh.
he cares about you not having a fight with your mom's new boyfriend.
Yeah,
And
don't fight in front of the kids. Fight in front of everyone in the world to appease the children.
The best way to turn this around on him would be like, we're going to do it for free, and see if he's like, no, don't do it for free. We'll do it for money.
Good point.
Like he like turns it around on Jake Paul's like, yeah, we'll pay for it.
What if he does it and he's like just really into it?
He's there cheering them both on.
He's like, I got enough money.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then I would be surprised.
He has
So.
the money to do both. Like it would be funny. Like Bart Kwan from Just Kidding News. I keep on like shouting them out. Like maybe you should invite me, you guys. I'm not saying anything, but
You
what
literally just did.
I know, but like
Funny that you say you're not saying anything. You just said something.
I know. Okay, but as I was saying, like when Khabib and McGregor were fighting, you know what he did? He put on both of their merch. He was like, "Why not? I have all the money in the world that I can do this. Everybody can fight me. I'm supporting McGregor and Khabib.
Perfect.
Let's
too.
see what happens." It's the same thing with Kanye West and Pete Davidson, but mainly Pete Davidson's not gonna have my win. I think he's a weird
Wear
looking man.
Kanye merch, but put like black eyeshadow under your eyes so you look like Pete Davidson.
Or just not sleep for days.
yes, you could do that.
Or do copious amounts of drugs.
You could do that. It's your choice.
So 3 great options.
Oh man, oh boy. I don't recommend doing the drugs personally, but you can.
Or find a girl that looks like Kim Kardashian.
There you go. Okay,
He found a very authentic one.
he did.
He did. Well, no, she found him.
Oh.
One of the two. One of the two.
No, it said that she DM'd him. You remember? We read the article.
No, that lookalike DM'd Kanye.
Yeah.
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 No, I'm saying Pete found a very authentic Kim Kardashian lookalike because he found Kim Kardashian
Oh.
herself in the flesh.
Oh.
Oh gosh, I just thought the article was ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
They're being very rude.
They're
being
right.
very rude. So,
Correct.
Yes.
I just don't know why Pete. Just
Why
out
not?
everybody.
We asked that question so much, I've kind of given up. It's fine.
Pretty much every day.
I just wanted to make point that they're being very rude to this person. So,
Mhm.
thanks for watching this clip, guys. If you want to see full episodes or follow us on social media, links are in the description below. Bye.
Bye.